Captain Hinkson with the Black Watch, contingent of 5 members from the present-day Black Watch, Royal Highland Regiment of Canada. We're here on the Mons trip 2018 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the liberation of Mons and the end of the First World War.
How does it feel?
It's an awesome opportunity. I think maybe the word humbled has maybe been used time and time again, but it's truly a humbling experience to understand that so many has given, so many more can have freedom in a place that has endured crazy and unimaginable horrors at the hands of people that didn't want to give everybody the freedom that they deserve. And, common soldiers from Montreal stood up and said, "I'll answer the call," and went out and did unthinkable and great things to ensure that everybody has that same freedom.
Do you know the person that you're gonna reenact on Sunday?
So essentially, for the contingent of the Black Watch, the 5 selected few from the active Black Watch regiment. I have Private Dennison, who is the VC recipient. So I mean that's an honor in itself. Any soldier that has participated in the First World War deserves praise, and a lot of us are just very grateful to have had this experience to come down here, because we know that no one else will ever have this experience. This is 100 years. It's going to take another 100 years for our soldiers to be sitting in my seat right now to be saying this.
And do you know his backstory a little bit?
For Dennison, not too much. No, I don't know his backstory too well.
Okay. Can you, through the days that you lived already in this trip, which moment was the most inspiring, striking to you?
So the Vimy Monument. The Vimy Monument is a testament to just how great of an impact the Canadians had on this war. That a country like France, who's had a legacy predating Canada, of course, would erect a monument into our tribute. And as like the rumor that's being told is that Hitler protected that during the Second World War. Just to understand, the Vimy Monument was not presented to commemorate those that have participated in the war, but those that had given the ultimate sacrifice. So that speaks volumes to me. When I got there, it was a great feeling to understand why Vimy was so important. The elevation of the battlefield there, the 360 views of Arras and Lens. You could understand why the Allies wanted this key position to be taken, and then to know that Canada was the only nation to take that. It fills you with pride, and to know that the names there on the Vimy Monument are those who don't have a proper burial. It kind of takes you back to understand just what the sacrifice of war is, and just how it rolls out, that not everybody gets to have their final rites read to them and have a nice resting place.
How does it feel when you walk either today or the previous ceremony, when you walk in the streets where the Canadians were 100 years ago?
So, and that's an incredible part of this whole journey. We get to walk the streets, we get to walk the areas, we get to walk the cities that soldiers have fought in. Obviously, it's in peacetime. You know what I mean? Cities have rebuilt. They're beautiful. People are welcoming. But you can understand at the time when you're going through these random cities, the urban operation task, it doesn't elude you. You know, you have very close, tight spaces. unknowns. You know, nowadays with modern warfare, there's a lot of technology involved into locating the enemy, different procedures in terms of how to define the enemy that they didn't have back then. Of course, 100 years ago, and the bravery of those men going forward. I know they talk about a lot about the sacrifice that Price paid the last day of the war, and that's exactly what it was. It was a sacrifice that they kind of put themselves in harm's way in order to achieve a mission. So tomorrow we're going to reenact the actual march through Mons that the Black Watch did 100 years ago with the 42nd Battalion. And the Pipes and Drums are going to lead the way, as they usually do, in the attire worn by the soldiers 100 years ago. And as I talk to certain key character players, some people have the Capt badge worn by their grandfathers, their great-grandfathers, by family relatives. Some people have keepsakes, some people have watches. There's a whole big, it's not just a reenactment, this is real life. It's real life that we kind of portray as something that may have happened a long time ago, but that's why we're here, and we promise to never forget. And I am proud to say that we have kept true to that promise, and lest we forget.